Hello everyone, how are you guys? I hope you are okay right now and we pray that this pandemic ends soon. Okay, now I will ask to you all, do you know about international governmental organization? And do you agree if ASEAN is one kind of international governmental organization? Now, in this video, we are from a group of international governmental organization. When I explain you about ASEAN's role in resolving border conflict between Indonesia and Malaysia, exactly about the Sipadan Ligitan case and how ASEAN role to resolve this. If you wanna get a lot of knowledge, you may watch this video. Hope you enjoy it.
IGO or Intergovernmental Organization is an organization of sovereign state or other international organization. For example, ASEAN. ASEAN is a regional organization that facilitates cooperation between 10 countries in the Southeast Asia. ASEAN was founded in Bangkok on August the 8th, 1967 based on the Bangkok Declaration. The aim of establishing ASEAN is to accelerate economic growth and social and cultural progress in Southeast Asia, promote regional peace and stability, promote cooperation and help each other in the common interest in science and technology, and submit research on issues in Southeast Asia.
The conflict of Ligitan and Sipadan is one example of cases that occur in ASEAN. The conflict of Ligitan and Sipadan is a territorial conflict between Indonesia and Malaysia over two islands in the Sulawesi Sea. Sovereignty over the islands has been debated by Indonesia and Malaysia since 1969 and became increasingly fierce in 1999 when Indonesia discovered that Malaysia had built several tourist facilities on the island of Sipadan. Indonesia claims to have made a verbal agreement with Malaysia in 1969 to discuss the secrecy about sovereignty over the islands. But Malaysia denies there is an agreement and considers that the islands are always part of the territory of the state of Sabah.
ASEAN role when handle this conflict is only limited as a mediation facilitator at the regional level. ASEAN trying to become a neutral party that facilitates the resolution of conflict in a peaceful way. On the other hand, ASEAN role as a regional organization also considered a bit less than optimal in the process of resolving conflict among the member of countries, especially on the border disputes context, such as in the dispute of Sipadan and Ligitan Island between Indonesia and Malaysia. Unfortunately, that ASEAN has unable to find a middle ground and reach an agreement for these member countries of conflict. This result then made Indonesia and Malaysia agree to resolve the dispute through International Court of Justice.
With Malaysia's proposal, finally on September 14, 1994, the dispute was proposed to be submitted to the international level, namely the International Court of Justice. Indonesia through Mukhtar Kusmat Maja actually didn't approve of the involvement of other parties in the dispute resolution process in ASEAN, which is at that time ASEAN membership was still 5 countries. Mukhtar Kusmat Maja preferred this case to be resolved by ASEAN through the ASEAN Forum, but nothing result can get and make a deadlock. So, in October 1996, the two states leaders finally agreed to take the dispute to the International Court. On November 2, 1998, the two parties submitted the document to the International Court, and 4 years later, on December 17, 2002, the International Court announced the dispute won by Malaysian, with a 16 vote to Malaysian and 1 vote to Indonesia. On December 17, 2002, the International Court of Justice in the Netherlands, Den Haag, decided the island of Sipadan and Ligitan were area of Malaysia based on reality. Malaysia will consider to have exercised more effective sovereignty over the island.
The concept of international relation used in the case of Sipadan and Ligitan are sovereignty and geopolitics. Sovereignty is the highest authority which is subject to external boundaries. Sovereignty also can be defined as an exclusive right in each country. Based on the Sipadan Ligitan case, the dispute was a case related to the sovereignty of the two islands. Sovereignty over the two islands contested by Indonesia and Malaysia, where both of countries recognize that the island of Sipadan and Ligitan are their sovereign territory. In discussing and resolving this case, both of the countries have the sovereignty to choose steps in resolving it. The concept in international relations used to resolving this case is geopolitics. Geopolitics is a foreign policy analysis method that seeks to understand, explain, and predict international political behavior in geographic variables. By considering various things and adhering to the concept of geopolitics, finally, Indonesia and Malaysia agreed in choosing steps to resolve this case by submitting it to the United Nations Council.
From the case of the Sipadan and Ligitan dispute, we can see that it's the one of the issues faced by ASEAN as an IGO, especially in Southeast Asia, where ASEAN's role in this conflict as a mediator by providing a solution for both of the countries. In ASEAN itself, there are several institutions, which are these institutions can be used as a way to resolve a case between ASEAN's members in this conflict. The institutions are, first, the ASEAN High Council, that is function as a core to resolve the conflict between ASEAN's members. Second, ARF or ASEAN Regional Forum, where in that forum, all of the ASEAN members can give their opinions and the problems that they face. ARF has a main purpose, first, to make a constructive forum where its members can consult to each other to develop a mutual interest. Second, to make a significant contribution in developing a preventive diplomacy in Asia Pacific. ARF itself not only attended by the members of ASEAN, but also a few countries from outside ASEAN, who acts as a supervisor, like Australia, Canada, Japan, China, etc.